Hello, guys. Well, we are just waiting for the SABC right here to get back online. They're just saving some stuff. In the meantime, I thought I'll chat to you guys a bit about voiceovers. So, I do train a lot of people to become voiceover artists, and people always ask what's next after it. I think now more than ever we are in a time where this industry can really be as entrepreneurial as possible, meaning that you can really own your own business and you can be the business as the voice artist. And that includes eventually building your own studio, eventually being able to do things from home at your leisure. Now, some people work 9 to 5, some people are still at varsity and so on. So, normally, after you get training, you're able to then approach organizations, companies, agencies that are in this advertising space, and then you are the agent yourself, in the sense that you go out and you approach these big people and you try and make the connections yourself and eventually start getting bookings coming your way. And I think that's a really good way to go about it, owning the business yourself. I've had a number of people do this and it really has worked very well for them. I know some guys are now the voices that do promos for some community radio stations around Ekasi, or even just you know some of the bigger organizations too. If you at work, they sometimes do voiceovers, like videos, and maybe even ads on radio and so on. You can start approaching your HR team or your marketing team and finding out if you can't be that voice, especially if you've got the training, you've got the demos to prove that you are good enough. Then you should use those type of things to try and put yourself out there. So these are just some of the ways in which you can start owning the business yourself. Part of it means you'll eventually have to build your own studio, but I think first and foremost, try to get the training so that you are head and shoulders above the rest with the quality of your recordings and the techniques that you use. It's really not as simple as it looks. You could take a simple script like this and think that you can read, therefore you should probably be able to be a voice artist, right? So it's one thing to say, four retired mobsters plan one last crime to save their home. Don't miss the crew Sunday night at half past 9 on SABC One. And another thing to really add color into this whole thing. Four retired mobsters plan one last crime to save their home. Don't miss the crew Sunday night at 9 p.m. on SABC One. Mzansi, for sure. But of course, knowing whether you should be friendly on this or really serious and intense. For retired mobsters plan one last crime to save their home. Like, which one is it? Well, if you did some sort of training, you would know which one is ideal for which scenario and how to really bring to life what the director's telling you to do when you're asked to do it. So yeah, that's just a little bit on taking the industry in a whole new approach and being the person that you're waiting for.